everybody, this is Mknzy of the MNB Wrestling Report, and welcome to our special WrestleMania 27 pregame show. With me today, I've got Bodach, one of our editors, and off the camera, I've also got Nathan. Go ahead and say hi, guys.
You. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Bodach.
So, we're going to go ahead and do a quick run-through and give you guys our brief thoughts on each match on the card for the night. First, let's go ahead and start with what everybody's thinking is going to be the opening contest, which is going to be the United States title match with Daniel Bryan challenging Sheamus for the United States title. I'm looking forward to this one. They're going to, as the opening act, you know they're going to get probably 12, 13 minutes. I think they got a good chance to tear the house down and steal the show.
Daniel Bryan's always got a really good match going. He always does a really good job in the ring. I mean, it's going to be an awesome match. It's probably going to be one of the show stealers of the night.
I agree entirely. With Daniel Bryan's, wrestling repertoire, and, Sheamus, he's a standard big guy, but he can go in the ring when he needs to, so I'm thinking that's going to be a good match. I agree with you guys.
Yeah, that's going to be one to watch for sure, and probably one of the top three of the night. What everybody's thinking, much to my surprise, is going to be the next match on the card, is going to be the match between Jerry Lawler and Michael Cole. Jack Swagger will be in the corner, and we're going to have special guest referee Stone Cold Steve Austin. Honestly, I was thinking the way they built this match was going to be one of the top three matches on the card. I thought it was going to be one of the main events. I'm not expecting much in the way of a wrestling match here, but entertainment value-wise, I think this one's going to be way up there.
I think it's going to be a really fun match to watch. I mean, they built it up very, very well. We got some big names in there with Stone Cold coming back to guest referee. I think it's going to be a fun match to watch.
I guarantee you guys, though, that Cole's going to be running outside the ring for about 5 minutes before the match actually starts, though.
Most likely, but if nothing else, the fans finally get to see Cole take one.
Finally, and rousing shout of, "Shut up, Cole!"
Okay, next believed on the card is going to be the match between Rey Mysterio and no longer dashing Cody Rhodes.
That gimmick was awful.
The gimmick was awful, but he did it well.
He did do it well. I mean,
as he's doing the new thing really well. The whole kind of demented, twisted.
He reminds me of Vega from Street Fighter.
Nice!
My face!
Either way, though, this is another match that could be a lot better than I think anybody's expecting it to be. I mean, Mysterio's a maestro in the ring.
Absolutely.
Rhodes is solid in the ring. They have the chance to put on a really, really good match here.
Yeah, Rhodes has actually shown a lot of improvement lately, too. So, I mean, it could be a very good match.
I agree.
Yeah. Up next, we're going to believe to have the match pitting the core with Intercontinental Champion Wade Barrett, WWE Tag Team Champions Justin Gabriel and Heath Slater, as well as Big Zeke Ezekiel Jackson, taking on the team of The Big Show, Kane, Santino Marella, and what was originally supposed to be Vladimir Kozlov. Now, apparently, they filmed an angle at Access yesterday where Kozlov got taken out by the core, and it looks like Kofi is going to replace Kozlov in the match.
I like Kofi as a wrestler, but, man, Santino and Kozlov, they've always had this great chemistry, and I was really looking forward to see them in the ring. I mean, he's fun to watch.
I think Kozlov will still get involved in some way.
Well, of course.
I hope so.
My thought process is the main reason Santino's in this is because, let's be perfectly honest, he hits a home run with everything WWE Creative gives him.
Mm-hmm. And the fans are very receptive of it.
Yeah. Well, and he hasn't had a WrestleMania match yet.
No, that's true. That's true.
I mean, unless you count him participating in the Divas Battle Royal at WrestleMania 24.
No, wait. That was Santina.
True.
Santina.
True.
Ugly woman she was.
Anyway, I still think this will be a fun match, if for no other reason than I like Jackson, I like Kane, I like most of the guys in the core. Will it be the highlight of the night? No, but I think it'll still be a solid 2.5, 3-star match.
I got 2 words for the match. Go Santino!
Cobra! What do we got up next, John?
Well, after that, we're hoping for the John Morrison, Trish Stratus, and Snooki with Dolph Ziggler and Lay Cool. I don't know about this one.
No, let's be honest. The Snooki equation. She has 1.75 million followers on Twitter. If 10% of those people buy WrestleMania that would not have bought it otherwise, that's 175,000 pay-per-view buys at $55 or $65 a pop. We're talking WWE making $11 million something right there.
One of the main things I'm happy about is to see the return of Trish Stratus, because I know she's going to be on Tough Enough. And,
yep, she's a trainer.
And be honest, Trish Stratus is the I don't hate to say it, but I'm worried about saying it, is that she is the quintessential women's wrestler. Because if you think about it, she's got everything. She's got looks, and she has got a lot of talent.
But how much ring rust?
That's true, but
That's going to be the big
I've seen some.
there.
She's had some comeback matches, not necessarily comeback matches, but nights where she's come in for one night. Like when she came in against Beth Phoenix, she was throwing forearms like she never left. So.
Yeah, but her recent appearances have honestly, I've been kind of like, what happened to her? Just something didn't seem to be clicking. I'm hoping that's fixed for this match.
I'm sure it will be.
I'm really hoping Morrison and Ziggler get most of the time for this match.
I hope so too.
I'm pretty sure they will.
Yeah. After this match, we're probably going to have Randy Orton versus CM Punk. Nexus is banned from ringside because none of them won their singles matches against Orton. But last Monday, they were still playing up the injury angle where Punk had taken Orton's knee out with a pipe wrench.
Yeah, honestly, I think it's going to be a bit of a dice roll. I mean, it's either going to be just a phenomenal match, which is just going to blow the card out of the water, or it's just going to be one of those matches where it's like, man, they could have done so much more.
I'm personally thinking that someone not involved with Nexus is going to get involved. Punk's got something up his sleeve. He's going to get somebody.
There's going to be some outside.
There's going to be some outside interference somehow, somewhere.
But I think they still have the chance to put on a great match and tear up the house. I mean, Punk's amazing. Orton's amazing.
Yeah, the
has
potential
all the
is
potential.
there. Potential is definitely there. And just saying, I've seen it with Punk before. I mean, there was potential with Punk and The Undertaker, and that match was flop.
Yeah, that was disappointing.
So I'm hoping for a really good match, though, because I want to see more good matches with CM Punk, because I enjoy CM Punk, and I want to see him more often. I like seeing him in this big event.
Yep. Yeah. Go ahead, Nathan. So next up, believed on the card, we're coming into our top 3 matches. Next up, which believed is going to be the World Heavyweight title match, we're going to have Alberto Del Rio with Brodus Clay in his corner, challenging Champion Edge with Christian in his corner. Honestly, I'm kind of disappointed by this match because the thought process initially was that it was going to become a triple threat match with Christian involved. I thought that would have been awesome. It would have been a better way to get Christian on the card. It was also speculated at first that Christian was going to be in the 4-way tag match against the Core, but that spot got lost to Santino.
Can't blame him there. I mean,
yeah, it's Santino.
Yeah, it's Santino, and he does well in those tag style matches. Obviously, we're going to see some interference from Christian and Brody, but I think it'll be a decent match. They're both decent wrestlers. They got a lot of talent.
Nathan, what do you think of Brodus Clay so far?
I haven't been able to see that much of Brodus Clay because I haven't been watching a lot of NXT since it made the transition into online. But, he seems to be, a big wild card when it comes to the match.
He's put on some good matches so far, I think. He plays the part pretty well. Next up, this is kind of controversial to me, and I wanted to make sure we had time for this. The next match on the card is supposed to be the Triple H Undertaker match.
Personally, I think this is my gut feeling. My gut feeling is that Taker will never be beaten at WrestleMania.
I agree with you.
However, with Taker actually saying to Triple H, if I wanted someone to put me down, it would be you. And for the fact that let's look at the facts here. Triple H is married to Stephanie McMahon. He has his own office in Titans Tower. Chances are he's going to be a very big time player when he finally retires.
But does Triple H need the streak?
He doesn't necessarily need it, but then again, did he really need 13 title runs either?
I'm looking at it this way, though. Triple H is also, at this point, he's a big behind-the-scenes guy. He's going to go with what's better for the business because he knows he's going to be running it in a couple of years. It would be, if the Taker is going to drop the streak, it would be better for Taker to drop it to a Wade Barrett, a Kofi Kingston, a Drew McIntyre, a Dolph Ziggler, a John Morrison, a guy who needs that extra push that will solidify him as a main event player. Taker dropping it to Triple H has no meaning, but Taker extending the streak over Triple H does have meaning. Now, Bodach and I were lucky enough here in St. Louis. We got to see Triple H in action in the dark match here in St. Louis. And I got to say, Triple H has no ring rust. He tore up.
It was unbelievable.
The question is going to be Taker's shoulder. From what we can tell, Taker's shoulder is pretty much, his rotator cuff is permanently damaged. That's going to be the question on this match as to whether it's going to be an excellent match or not. But
Well, that's why
knowing Triple H, knowing Taker, they will, out of sheer force of will, those two will put on an amazing match tonight.
Agreed on that.
I think it'll be a great match. I know
it'll be a WrestleMania moment, no doubt about it.
I'm thinking this one will be, at bare minimum, a 4-star match.
All right.
And I think it's got a good chance of being a 5-star, just like each of his matches with Shawn Michaels were.
I don't think it'll be as good as the Shawn Michaels match, though. But
I don't know, because they tore up at WrestleMania 17, and they've had 10 years to get better.
That's true.
So our main event for the evening is going to be The Miz defending the WWE Championship against John Cena. The Rock will obviously get involved in this in some way, shape, or form. I don't know how. It's a big question mark to me what's going to happen in this match. I'm leaning towards Miz retaining the title, to be perfectly honest.
I think it's a better shot if Miz retains the title. I mean, what does Cena get if he gets another title run?
Well, and here's the thing, is they want to build, I think they're building for Cena Rock either at SummerSlam or at next year's WrestleMania.
Right.
And with Cena laying out Rock, I could see Rock coming in and costing Cena the title.
I could see that.
Either way, they are going to have those two are going to have their work cut out for them if they have to follow Triple H and Taker.
Yes.
And I feel sorry for these guys. I understand why they're doing it, because Rock's going to be in the match, and Rock wants to end the show on a bang, and him being there will be a bang. But their actual match is going to suffer for the fact that they have to follow Triple H and Taker.
Well, I mean, how do you go from Triple H and Taker and that much skill, that much talent, that much experience to Cena and Miz?
Which, no knock against either of them. I'm not a huge Cena fan. I respect the guy. I respect that he knows who his market is. He knows what his ability is, and he does his thing. You know, and I will say, I think he honestly does go out into the ring every night and give us the best he's able to give us. I give him that.
I love Cena and his promotions. I look forward to them. They're funny. They're engaging. Well, most of the time. His actual in-ring matches, though,
they leave a lot to be desired for someone at his level. He's another Hogan.
Yeah.
He's limited in the ring, but he's good on the stick. He's got the charisma. He's got the fan base. Cena is another Hulk Hogan. That's exactly what they've turned him into.
And as the hardcore perspective, the hardcore wrestling fan here, yeah, does Cena lack a little bit in the ring? Yes, but the problem is that he's just too likable. From what I've heard of him outside the ring and inside the ring, he's just too nice a guy to
Just
hate.
go to last year's WrestleMania where he posed with the group of guys wearing Cena Sucks shirts after his match. He goes up in front of them and poses with them, and they all start marking out. Then they realize they're with Cena,
and they're like,
and they start holding out their shirts and they're booing him. That's Cena all told. Okay, guys, we're about out of time here. That's Nathan. Your thoughts on Mania?
Well, I'm thinking it's going to be an interesting event. We're just going to have to see how it turns out.
Bodach?
I think it's going to be awesome. I think it's going to be a great show. We got a lot of great matches. I'm really looking forward to it.
I think it's going to be an awesome WrestleMania also, guys. This is the MNB Report signing out. Mknzy, Bodach, and Nathan will be back after the show with a review of the show right after it's over. Hope you enjoy this program. Hope you enjoy WrestleMania. We'll see you on Twitter at Mknzy99. We'll see you on the web at www.mnbwrestling.com. Enjoy WrestleMania 27.